Hey guys, welcome back to Elder Dragon and another episode of Dragon Melee. Today we're back on Spell Table because we cannot get together in person, such is life. But I am playing Mazirek today. Mazirek is a Golgari sacrifice commander, so basically just going to be sacrificing everything that I can and getting value from doing that. So that's me.
Hi, I'm Tim. This is my first time on here, so I expect to be knighted or something soon. Today I will be playing my Timothar Baron of Bats deck. This deck is mono black vampires, and I'll be leaning into Timothar's effect of turning vampires into bats and then back into vampires.
Excellent.
Hello, I am Ed, and usually I would have a face cam, but my rabbit chewed through my laptop power cable. I am unable to do face cam today. So you'll just have to imagine the smiling happy face. I am playing Roon. It is a blink flicker deck based around value, and I don't know if it will do very well. So I'm looking forward to it though.
Hi, I'm Thomas. I'm back once again on Dragon Melee. Pleased to be back. Today I'm playing Jolene, the Plunder Queen, and my aim is to make my opponents begging of me, please, not to steal their mana. Jolene incentivizes my opponents to attack each other. If they do, they're going to get a treasure token. But wait, there's more. When I create a treasure token, I create that many treasures, plus one more. I can also sacrifice treasures to buff Jolene in the form of +1/+1 counters. So I might be able to sneak through for some Voltron wins. We'll just have to see.
Excellent. Lovely intros. Cool. Just before we start, make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. And yeah, you can join us on Discord and maybe get into some of these own games yourself, which would be cool. But I shall kick us off by drawing a card for turn. Nice. I'll play this tapped Overgrown Tomb. Pass turn.
Okay, I will draw a card for turn. I will play a swamp, and I will tap my swamp and play this Phyrexian Reclamation, which is going to let me pay mana and life to get things back from my graveyard.
That is a brilliant card.
Nice.
I shall draw this card. I shall play this forest, and then I will pass.
I'm going to draw for turn. I am going to play a mountain and pass.
Alrighty, untap, draw. Nice. Swamp. Let's tap 2. Do I do this? Am I this kind of person? I guess I kind of am. Soul Ring.
Yes, there we go.
I'll tap 2 Soul Rings. Well, tap 4/2 on my 1 Soul Ring. And I'll play a Lightning Greaves. Pass turn.
Nice. Untap.
EDH All Stars.
Draw a card. I will play this Castle Dracula, which is a fancy Run States, and it is Dracula, whatever it says on there.
Draculia.
I will pay a black and a colourless for this Carrier Thrall, which is a 2/1 vampire, and when it dies, I'll make an Eldrazi Scion, which I can sacrifice for mana. Pass turn.
I will draw this card. Sad noises. I'll play this Selesnya Sanctuary and bounce this forest back to my hand. And pass the turn.
Ed, how many cards do you have in your hand?
I have 8 cards.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to discard something. I will discard Momentary Blink.
Right, I will draw Raw for the turn, and then as land for the turn, I'm going to play Rootbound Crag. Comes in untapped because I control a mountain, but I have no turn to play, so I'll pass the turn.
Tippy tap. Drop. Play a forest. Get this. I'll tap 3 mana. I'll play Ophiomancer. A 2/2 human shaman. At the beginning of each upkeep, if I control no snakes, I create a 1/1 black snake creature token with Death Touch. And I'll tap 2 mana. And I'll cast Priest of Forgotten Gods as well. I will, I guess, attach a Greaves to the Ophiomancer for now. And I'll pass turn.
Feels like the beginning of a combo. I'll draw a card.
In your upkeep, I will make a snake.
So I'm going to play this tapped Baron Moor as my land per turn. I'm going to tap 2 mana for a Pyre of Heroes, which is going to let me sacrifice a creature and find a creature of the same type and put it onto the battlefield. And pass turn.
Under upkeep. God. Well, this is an interesting juncture. Not for you. Not for you all. Well, I'm just going to shut up and play this Mystic Sanctuary tap past turn.
I will draw for turn.
Interesting.
This is pain.
I'm going to play a Rockfall Veil as land for turn. Enters untapped because I control 2 other lands. Then I will tap 3 and I'm going to cast Zorn. So Zorn is basically like another Jolene. If I create 1 or more treasure tokens, instead I create those tokens plus 1 additional treasure token.
That's going to be a lot of treasure.
Could be. And it's 3/2 elemental. I'll pass it.
I'll untap. Draw for turn. I'll play a swamp. And I'll tap 5 mana. And I'll cast Mazirek, Kraul, Death Priest. So you flying 2/2, insect shaman. And whenever a player sacrifices another permanent, put a plus counter on each creature I control. Which is pretty cool.
I mean, my deck kind of wants to sacrifice quite a lot of permanents.
Yeah,
it does actually. Interesting. I will attempt to equip Kraul, or Mazirek, sorry, with the Lightning Greaves.
gonna be a big boy.
Take that as it's good. I'll pass turn.
Okay. Tap. Draw a card. I'm going to play a Cabal Stronghold as my land per turn, which seems great until you realise I've only got one swamp. I'm going to go ahead and go to combat, and I'm going to swing Carrier Thrall at Ed because he has no blockers. 2 damage. And then on my second main phase, I am going to pay 3, and I am going to activate my Pyre of Heroes, sacrificing Carrier Thrall, making myself an Eldrazi Spawn, which I don't have a token, but I have these, so I have every token.
Nice.
And I'm going to find a vampire. Eldrazi Spawn is a 1/1.
Eldrazi Spa.
Spawn.
The Eldrazi Spar is something entirely different.
Yeah, the Eldrazi Spars is where they go to get the weekly shop, I think.
I was thinking it was where they went for their, sort of cucumbers on their many 1,000 eyes, and
That's to be a lot of cucumbers.
nice, massaging all the tentacles.
So I will go and find a vampire, and I have just got up my list. I think it's probably going to be sacrificed. Do I really want to be sacrificing things? That is a difficult question.
Didn't you just sacrifice with the Pyre of Heroes?
I mean, maybe. there's a lot of sacrificing going on with this deck. Yeah.
I do.
I'm going to find me a Callous Blood Mage, which
Well, I was going to use some fight-based removal, but looks like
They're not
sending
big,
his...
not that big yet.
So when Callous Blood Mage enters the battlefield, I can either create a pest, or I can draw a card and lose a life, or I can exile target player's graveyard. Who would do a thing like that? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card and lose a life. So there's my card. And lose a life. And I've played one episode already, so I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. I will play this Reflecting Pool. And then I'll play Corsair Captain, tapping Reflecting Pool for blue, and that for 2 colours. I will make a treasure. That is a treasure.
Excellent.
And then I will pass.
Alright, I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. My land for the turn is going to be a forest. Then I'm going to cast my commander, Jolene. So a reminder, Jolene is a 2/2 human warrior that says whenever a player attacks one or more of my opponents, that attacking player creates a treasure token. If I would create one or more treasure tokens, instead I'm going to create those tokens plus an additional treasure token, and I can sacrifice 5 treasures to put 5 +1/+1 counters on Jolene. I don't think I want to go to combat, so I will pass to you, Kiefer.
Alrighty, I'll untap. Draw. Deathcap Glade.
To say I'm feeling pretty scared by your commander with its boots.
He's got some booties. I don't know how, because he's an insect, but anyway.
Well, with just lots of boots.
It's a lot of boots.
Swiftfoot boots is a state of mind.
Yeah.
It's Lightning Greaves, actually.
Uh,
Shroud. Unfortunately, I have no access to any sack outlets beyond Priest of Forgotten Gods, but I don't particularly want to sack 2.
I feel like if you get one more token there, where it's
The problem is I can't make any more snakes unless there is no snakes. But I guess
I mean treasure if you attack my opponents.
that's true.
And you can sack the treasure and make your.
I'm going to attack Tim with my 1/1 death 2/2 Death Touch Snake.
Attack
2/2.
trigger. You create a treasure token.
Treasure.
A 1/1 death touch snake. But if
A
I block it,
2/2.
a 2/2 death. Oh,
2/2 death
well,
touch.
It could be a 3/3 at instant speed.
That'd be very painful for me, but yes.
I will take the 2.
No, I meant you just sacrifice the treasure.
Right, yeah. Could do that. I should have a treasure here somewhere. There's a treasure.
Each creature you control. Good grief. Oh, this is gonna get out of hand really fast.
Bastard. I feel like you guys have had a bit of a slower start, and I've had quite a fast start.
I'm sure I can deal with those greaves with my famous mono black artifact removal.
Yeah. Take it away, Tim.
Okay, untap. Draw a card. So I will play this Path of Ancestry as my land per turn, but it enters tapped.
That is your play mat, though.
It does. Now. Oh, it all gets messy now with that commander. I think what I'll do is I'll pay for paying 1 life for Castle Draclia. Oh no, I've already got black there, so I've got 2 black, which is fine. And I'll have Twilight Prophet.
Nice.
Which arrived in the post today. Just ready for this. So that enters the battlefield. I have 10 permanents, so I have the city. It ascends. I have the city's blessing.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I've been
#blessed.
Yes, exactly. I've been working towards this moment for so long. But I think I'll pass the turn there.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw a card. Okay. Right. I will play a forest as my land for turn. And then I'll have a think, because thinking is good. What's up for blue? Green. 2 more. And I will play this Displacer Kitten.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will pass.
Excellent. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. And I'm going to play Pathway. And I'm going to play on the green side, I think. Timber Crown Pathway. And then many things I want to do. I think this is the silliest. So I'm going to tap 5. I'm going to cast Wolfguard, Icewind Dale, 4/4 human barbarian with melee. Whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 for each opponent I attacked. And if a creature I control attacking would cause a triggered ability of a permanent I control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time.
That's going to be an awful lot of treasure.
It's going to be quite a lot. Tim, what are the power toughness of your 3 blockers there?
So I have a 1/1 Eldrazi Spawn. I have a 2/1.
Well, actually, hang on, hold that thought. Sorry, because Kiefer has tapped his Death Toucher.
He has.
So I think I'm going to use this window of opportunity. And Kiefer, I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to attack you with Zorn. On attack, Jolene triggers. Wolfgar sees that. She'll trigger twice. If I would create a treasure, it would create 2 treasures. But Zorn also gets involved. I'm going to create a total of 6 treasures from this one attack.
Wow.
That's not too bad.
I mean, if I tap them and sack them, I make your creatures very big. So there's
You're going to wait until someone else's turn for that, I guess.
It's an incentive, disincentive, exactly. But yeah, there we go. You're being attacked with a 3/2.
32. I'll just take the 3.
Thought you might. Second main. Do I want to spend my unearned riches? I kind of do, but equally the responsible thing is to just put this into a nice, high interest savings account and see what rewards I get later down the line. So past it.
On top of my snake.
Put it in a big vault and do a Scrooge McDuck.
Oh yes.
I'll tap 4 mana. Scooch these guys over. And I'll play a Trading Post. Trading Post is a 4 mana artifact. I can pay 1 to tap it and discard a card to gain 4 life. I can pay 1, tap it, pay 1 life, create a 0/1 white goat creature token. I can pay 1, tap it, sacrifice a creature, return target artifact from my graveyard to my hand. And I can pay 1, tap it, sacrifice an artifact to draw a card. So.
It's a fair amount of value.
Bit of value there. kind of stuck with just like removal in my hand, which would be good, but not particularly right now.
Can I have some of it?
Depends if you're going to remove my stuff or not.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, Mazirek is flying, so I will send Mazirek at you, Thomas, as retribution.
Absolutely. I have no flyers, so I declare no blockers.
Yeah, 3 in the air, that'll do it.
Okay, 3 commander damage. Go down to 37.
I shall pass turn after that.
Okay, untap. In my upkeep, I get as I have the City's Blessing, Twilight Prophet triggers, so I reveal the top card of my library, and it's going to you're each going to lose life equal to this, the mana value of this, and I will gain that much life, and then I'll put it into my hand. And it's Patron of the Vein, so you each lose 6 life, and I gain 6 life. It goes into my hand.
Is that you gain that much life, or you gain like as much life?
I just gain X, so I don't gain as much as was lost. And then I draw my card return. I put this reminder back on top. None of those is a land still, which is a shame. Let me just have a quick look. What would be the least bad thing to do? That would be terrible. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to pay 4 mana, and I'm going to use my Path of Ancestry as one of those. So not 5 mana, 4 mana. And I'm going to cast Bloodline Keeper. Yeah. And because I use my Path of Ancestry, I get to cast a Vampire, I get to scry. And I'll leave that on top. And I will, at that stage, pass the turn.
Oh, untap. Draw. Okay. Right. Let's kick things off with blue and a green, or a Coiling Oracle. ETB, reveal the top card. It's a Flicker Wisp. I'll put that into my hand because it is not a land card.
Nice.
Right. That for white. White and a green. I will play Flicker Wisp. Targeting this Coiling Oracle. So that will disappear until the end of the turn, when it will come back. Play this Vivid Meadow as my land for turn, comes in tapped with some charge counters. And then I will pass the turn. End step trigger, Coiling Oracle returns, reveal the top card. It is a Path to Exile. I shall put that in my hand, because it is not a land card. Then I will pass the turn.
Nice. Tap, upkeep, and draw. I am going to pay 4, tapping red, green. And I'm going to cast Unexpected Windfall. It's an additional cost to cast it. I will discard Colossal Majesty. I draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. However, instead of 2 treasure tokens, I'm going to create 4 treasure tokens.
So much treasure.
I know. I still don't want to, use it though. I need to work out how to get rid of Mazirek.
Capitalism the deck.
Yeah.
I've realised I don't have very much artifact removal in my deck, so that might be something I have to fix.
I mean, I'm in green, so
after the game.
I have some. I forget, is Path to Exile the one that is target permanent, or is it...
Creature.
Target creature.
Target creature.
Because
There's one mana target permanent. That'd be insane.
I'd play it.
I mean, I'd play it 100%, but it'd be insane.
Kiefer,
So,
if I make your creatures quite big, can they not come at me? For one turn.
yeah, fair.
Okay, fantastic. In that case, I'm going to crack.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I feel pretty bad about it, but
Oh, the thing I'm going to cast is going to bait out your Path to Exile so quickly. But it's fine. I've got to go. So I'm going to crack 5 treasures. And I'm also going to tap a Rockfall Veil. I'm going to cast Vigor.
5 counters on each of my creatures.
So Vigor is a 6/6 trampling elemental incarnation. And it says if damage would be dealt to a creature I control other than Vigor, prevent that damage. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each 1 damage prevented. This way, when Vigor is put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library.
you should be wanting Kiefer to attack into you with that on the battlefield.
Well, yeah, but he's got a flyer, so...
Might have a response to that.
Yeah. We know what you've got.
Do I, though?
But he can do that at any time.
I'll allow that.
That is kind.
I'm a kind person.
I am going to go to combat. I'm going to declare attackers. And Tim, I'm going to attack you with my... Do you have any Death Touch? Oh wait, I've got a Vigor. Doesn't matter. For now. I'm going to attack you with Jolene. On attack, the triggers that happened last turn are going to happen again, and I'm going to create 6 treasures.
I can't help but noticing you've got quite a lot of treasure there.
I do have quite a lot of treasure.
You do. And Jolene is not trample, I believe.
She's not a tramply girl.
So I am going to block that with Callous Blood Mage.
What is the power? 2/1. Okay,
2/1.
well, I do want to save Jolene, so I will sack 5 treasures. I will put 5 +1/+1 counters on Jolene, and I will prevent the damage with Vigor, so she'll get 2 more counters.
5 counters on all my creatures.
Yeah, so I think also before... Oh, do I really want to...
So glad these aren't coming my way.
Before damage, I'm going to sacrifice my Eldrazi Spawn.
That's another counter.
And tap this and activate Pyre of Heroes to sacrifice this Callous Blood Mage.
You guys have got a plan for what you've done.
I mean,
Yeah, I've
not
made a
so
pact.
much. Not
I've
so
made a
much.
pact. I've just noticed my counters are out of reach, so I'm just going to step away from my keyboard. To pick
So
those
I'm going to find something, a vampire that costs 4 mana. So I've got a couple of choices.
Yeah, my creatures have 12 counters on them currently.
Yeah, yep. I'm aware of the danger.
And that's also my turn next.
So I'm definitely in.
Well, this is going to be a quick game.
Yep. I think I will go and find Falcon Wrath Noble. And I've realised now I've taking this thing that was 4 mana off the top of my library, which is probably a mistake as well. Because at least I was getting some life from that. Drain you out a bit. There's my plan there. My plan for winning past these huge creatures out the window.
It's not lethal just yet.
I will be passing the turn to you, Kiefer.
Yeah, so I'm just finding a Falcon Wrath Noble.
In your end step, I have some stuff to do. I'm going to pay 1 mana. Tap my trading post, pay a life to create a goat.
Oh, hang on a minute. So, did you sacrifice creatures to do that?
No.
Okay.
There's my goat. Then I'm going to tap Priest of Forgotten Gods, sack 2 creatures. I'm going to sacrifice my snake and my goat.
Okay, I get 2 Falconwrath Noble triggers, and I think I'm gonna, for the good of the table, have to target you with that, Kiefer.
So what happens?
So you lose 2 life, and I gain 2 life.
Just one?
It's one for each.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so 2 creatures have been sacrificed. It's 2 counters on each creature. And then any number of target players each lose 2 life and sacrifice a creature. I add 2 black mana and draw a card. I guess I will say all 3 of you guys have to sacrifice a creature and lose 2 life.
Sacrifice one creature, is it?
1 creature, yeah.
Okay.
I add 2 black mana and draw a card.
So I lose 2 life. So 3 creatures die from that. I'm going to target you with all 3 of those triggers, Kiefer. So
I'll
you
lose
lose
3.
3. I'll gain 3.
That's also 3 additional sacks from you guys. That's 3 more counters on my team.
What's making us sack creatures?
Priest of Forgotten Gods.
Okay, well, in response to that, I'm going to have to do something because I can't be... You want us to sack 3 more creatures? Is that right?
No.
No. That, I mean,
It's
that's
just
that's
1
a
each,
base.
so the 1 each gave me a counter for each one.
Right, okay, got you. Oh, sorry. I misunderstood.
How big is Mazirek now?
12,
Lodge.
17, 18, 19.
Oof.
Not lethal yet. Then I'll untap
yet.
the turn.
It is for me.
Yeah, but you have immunity for 1 turn.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Thomas, I don't want to, like, point fingers here, but you are the reason that it is that large.
This is true. I mean, I only sacrificed
12
11.
permanents.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. 10 of those counters are due to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will play a forest. Oh, I could be so dirty right now. Tim, you have a flyer.
I do.
Twilight Prophet. How big is the flyer?
It's a 2/4. I mean, I don't really think the size of these things is any worry for you right now, right? It's
Check it. And Ed,
it's a 28-18.
did you sacrifice your flyer?
I did, that was a mistake.
Alright, what is Mazirek? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Not Mazirek. Which is not lethal, so I'll send Mazirek at... Oh, I forgot to make my snake on my upkeep as well. I'll send Mazirek at Ed for 19 damage.
Okay.
19 commander damage.
That's your only attack.
That is my only attack.
Fantastic.
And...
Attack trigger, you make a treasure token.
oh.
Don't sacrifice those 2 treasures, didn't speak.
I'll go to 11 life.
And then... I shall pass the turn.
Okay, so untap. In my upkeep, I reveal the top card of my library and hope it's something large. It's a swamp, so it goes to my hand. And then I draw a card per turn. At least I have a swamp. So I will play a swamp as my land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available. No great options to escape this looming horror, I have to say. So I think the correct play... Oh no, you see, that's not going to help. It might help. So I'm going to pay 6 mana, including my Path of Ancestry, to cast Patron of the Vein. So when Patron of the Vein enters the battlefield, I destroy target creature an opponent controls. So I think we'll destroy the Priest of the Forgotten Gods.
Okay. Do I want to activate it? Response. I mean, I feel like if I activate it in response, it's just gonna like knock you guys into the Stone Age. Although I suppose it's only one creature, it's not two. I have to sack 2 creatures for you guys to lose 1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get 5 extra counters on your other creatures.
Is it creature or other creature as well?
Other creatures.
So yeah, I have to sacrifice 2 other creatures, but I can make it go. So I guess I'll do that. I'll pay 1 mana, take a life, tap the trading post to make a goat, and then I'll tap priest.
So the big brain play there, Ed, is that is the time to, in response to the making a goat, would be for you to path to exile.
It wouldn't make a difference because you can sacrifice the goat and the Ophiomancer.
The goat.
Ophiomancer doesn't have any sack out.
Sorry, the snake and the goat.
No, the goat wouldn't be on the battlefield if you did it in response to him creating a goat, because you would be above it on the stack.
Yeah, but I could just path as Ophiomancer. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no real difference.
Are getting sacked.
Yeah.
So each player sacrifice a creature, lose 2 life. I will gain 2 black mana and I'll draw a card.
Okay, so it can't be Patient of the Vein because Patient of the Vein hasn't entered the battlefield yet. But Falconwrath Noble sees you sacrifice 2 creatures. I'll sacrifice Falconwrath Noble plus, but this will also see the other creatures getting sacrificed, so I'll drain you for 5, Kiefer. And gain 5.
And I will put 2 counters. Actually, no, 5 counters because each player will sack 1 as well. And so I'll just put 5 here so it's easier.
And then Twilight Prophet enters the battlefield and will destroy your
priest will get
priest. Okay, done what I can. I will pass the turn.
Okay. Oh,
And-
untap.
Yeah, it's up to you to make a snake.
Okay, so yeah, Patron of the Vein also says whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it and put a +1/+1 on each vampire you control. However, it hadn't entered the battlefield before any of those things happened, so it didn't see any of that.
Fine.
But now's a good time to start
exile it instead.
Exile it, yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I played a Sea of Clouds as my land for turn. And then I'm going to play Teferi, who slows the sunset.
Interesting.
Paying for it. This way. Comes in with 4 loyalty counters. Then I'm going to think about what I do next. Oh, right. I get a trigger from Displace a Kitten, so I'm going to flick a Coin Oracle.
sorry, I just did realise that actually Priest of the Forgotten God will have seen this, I think.
Mindstone.
Yeah, that was when it entered the battlefield that it destroyed it. So Priest of the Forgotten Gods is exiled,
Sweet.
and I get a +1/+1 on each of my vampires. My mistake.
But now I don't really know what I'm going to do.
Have some stuff die.
I will. I'll tap Sea of Clouds. I will tap Reflecting Pool, doesn't matter what it is, and I'll cast Mindstone. Trigger Displace a Kitten, flick a Coiling Oracle. It's an island, so I'll put it onto the battlefield.
Nice.
Right. And then I am gonna fucking nightmare you guys have created over there.
I didn't even do anything. It was Thomas that
I know. I didn't do anything either.
Hey, I mean, they are bigger than the 10 counters I put on them. I'm only partially responsible at this point.
Don't know what I'm gonna do with Teferi.
How big is the Ophiomancer now, Kiefer?
Gonna
10.
down tick him to look at the top 3 cards of my library. Put one of them into my hand. And one.
She's a 24/24,
Oh, good
which
lord.
means Mazirek is also 24/24.
I'll put that into my hand, and I'll put these on the bottom. I'll tap the Mind Stone. I'll cast a Soul Ring. Trigger Displace a Kitten. Flicker the Calling Oracle. It's a Crib Swap. Put that into my hand.
Oh, Tim, did you still have that thing that at the beginning of your turn Drain does for being the city's blessing?
I did, but I drew a swamp at the start of my turn. I revealed a swamp, which is
I was
0.
worried I had avoided missing life.
I'd nicely scried a 4-mana thing to the top of my library, and then forgot I was going to shuffle my library. So
Sorry, tap the Vivid Mellow for 3, and I will generous gift your Lightning Greaves, Kiefer.
How generous of you.
Trigger Displace a Kitten, and I will flicker. I'm actually going to flicker to Fairy.
Lightning Greaves, does that get exiled or just creatures, Tim?
Just gets destroyed, and you create a 3/3 green elephant.
you'll be able to get this back, right, with the trading thingy, I guess.
Does the Lightning Greaves get exiled from your
No,
No.
It's just creatures?
I'll tick up to Fairy. I'll untap Sol Ring,
This only
Oh.
exiles creatures, so.
untap a Selesnya Sanctuary, and I will tap down your flyer, Tim.
I've got 2 flyers, Ed.
I'll tap down the biggest one.
The 5/5 currently.
Yes.
Patron of the Vein. Okay. I mean, this is. I understand why you're doing this.
And I will gain 2 life.
Is that strapping on trainers to outrun a cheetah? You're not trying to outrun the cheetah.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been fucking bullied by you guys all fucking game. And you created a monster over there that you refuse to deal with.
I mean, I'm draining him. I'm draining him as fast as I can.
I don't want to hear any more of your bullshit, Tim.
I am getting drained.
I've done 21 damage. No one else knows it.
How much damage, Tim? Look what you've created. I got a 1/1 and a 2/2. Be reasonable, sir. Fucking hell. 1, 2, 6.
Hilarity ensues.
So after a whole lot of nothing, I think I will pass the turn.
In that case, I will untap. Pass through my upkeep and draw. That's interesting.
If you want to get rid of Mazirek, now's the time to do it, because I can literally just get Lightning Greaves back with my trading post.
Yeah, exactly. If only someone had a crib swap.
Interesting.
If only someone hadn't created a lethally large Mazirek.
I think, Ed, you could be the table savior.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Interesting.
Save yourselves, fuckers.
I'm gonna tap 5 and I'm going to cast Goldspan Dragon. It is Flying Hasty 4/4 Dragon. And attack sort of comes tug of a spell, I create a treasure. Treasures I control have tap to 2 mana. Well, that's useful. I'm going to crack some treasures. I'm going to crack 3 treasures in total. 6 green mana. And with I'm going to add 4 green mana and 2 red. With 5 of that mana, I'm going to cast Orang Frostfang. With the remaining 1 mana, I'm going to cycle this Forgotten Cave. And then I'm going to go to combat. Kiefer, I'm going to attack you with Jolene the Plunder Queen, 9/9, and Goldspan Dragon, a flying, hasty 4/4 dragon. On attack, Goldspan Dragon triggers. I create 2 treasures. And Jolene triggers like her own ability, and I create another 2 treasures.
Okay, well, I will respond.
And attacking creatures I control have Death Touch.
Ooh.
I'll float 6 mana. 4 black and 2 colorless. And I will murder Jolene.
Okay. That's just straight up destroy target creature, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's exiled. But I mean, not that it matters, because he's a commander, right? Ugh.
And then I guess I'll hold priority, use my other 3 mana. And I'll cast Swift End on Goldspan.
Describe Swift End to me.
Destroy target creature or planeswalker, I lose 2 life.
Okay, in response to that, then I'll crack 1 treasure for green, and I'll cast Prize Fight. Target creature I control fights target creature I don't control. And I'll have Goldspan Dragon, which has Death Touch. It's attacking. Fight Mazirek. Also, Prize Fight triggers. I create a treasure, except I'll create 2 treasures.
Yeah, there's no way I can sack Mazirek, so he'll just... Well, he would get exiled anyway. But that's fine.
Okay.
Plans out.
So three creatures died, so I get 3 Patient of the Vein triggers. So anything which died, which isn't a commander, is getting exiled, and I'll be putting 3+1/+1 counters on each vampire I control.
I lose
Yep,
2
so
life.
Gold's-
Swift End as well.
Goldspan Dragon is in exile. Jolene is back in the command zone. So I did have sort of a plan to deal with some of
Yeah.
the bullshit. I mean,
That was great.
Kiefer, if you'd been like, I can probably take that 4, I'm not going to block. The plan was Prize Fight at instant speed to put like 20 counters on it.
I
which is a
assumed
big
you
one.
had some degenerate thing to do.
I mean, look at the treasures. This is the degeneracy. Right. So Mazirek is not on the board. That's awesome. On account of I can sack treasures with impunity. I'm
The 23/23 Ophiomancer.
24.
It's a pretty big one.
24.
I'm going to crack 6 treasures. I'm going to cast Hellkite Tyrant. It's a 6/5 flying trampled dragon. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, gain control of all artifacts that player controls. And at the beginning of my upkeep, if I control 20 or more artifacts, I win the game. My current artifact count is 3.
There's no way that could get out of control quickly.
Good thing it's not an artifact deck.
Pass the turn.
Alright, I'm done. Draw a card. Interesting. Play a Dark Boar Pathway on black. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Attempt to cast Mazirek.
No 0 mana mono black counter spells here.
Excellent.
Kiefer,
What's up?
you going to hit me with Mazirek again?
No, not you.
Oh. Hang on a minute. I'm not like how this is going.
All right, I'll allow it.
Okay.
I also pass priority.
Okay, Mazirek lands nice and comfy on the battlefield. I'm going to tap 1. I'm going to tap Trading Post. I'm going to sacrifice the snake.
Okay.
Trigger Mazirek. Counter any
Triggers.
creatures.
Yeah, and it triggers Patron of the Vein as well.
Does that mean I lose life?
No, it just means I get a +1/+1 counter on each of my vampires.
So, sacrifice a creature, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand, or return Lightning Greaves to my hand.
Oh.
I'll sack one of my treasures, which will trigger Mazirek. Yeah. And then one more mana to cast the Lightning Greaves. I will then attempt to attach him to Mazirek.
Now's the time, Ed. Now's the time.
No response. Solve your own fucking problems. Solve your own problems.
He's lacing up his boots. He's been laced. Okay. I'll go to combat. I will send a 26/26, so Theomancer at Thomas.
You know I still have vigor.
Yeah, that's not good. That means.
It means that I will block with something, and my thing will become incredibly large.
Why?
So vigor says, if damage would be dealt to a creature I control other than vigor, prevent that damage. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each 1 damage prevented this way. So if you send
I'll
a
do that.
26/26 at me, I'm going to be putting that many counters on.
That's not
a thing.
Yeah, we're not giving it to you.
Probably my Hellkite Tyrant.
In that case, I will just friendly pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. In my upkeep phase, I get my Twilight Prophet trigger, so let's have a look at the top card of my library. I'll reveal it.
Make my snake.
Oh, it's a Blade of the Blood Chief. So you each lose 1 life, and I gain 1 life. Yes. This is nice. Is it nice enough? Is it nice enough? So, let me just check my mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available. I would like to cast that and equip it, which would be 2, which would leave me with 4. What can I do with that? I can maybe Phyrexian Reclamation something, of course. But it only returns into my hand. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 1 colorless to cast Blade of the Blood Chief.
Mm-hmm.
There is the slight problem, of course, that it's just going to... That's not the Teferi which can activate in other people's turns, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not that one. But you can do terrible things anyway.
It's not the worst Teferi, actually. It's kind of a tippity-tappity, and then it gives you a kind of Seedborn Muse if you get to ultimate it.
Yeah. So I'm going to attach Blade of the Blood Chief to Twilight Prophet. So Blade of the Blood Chief is whenever a creature dies, put a +1/+1 on equipped creature. If equipped creature is a vampire, I put 2 +1/+1 counters on it as well. But of course, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, I get a +1/+1 counter on all my vampires. So that is where I am.
Just when we thought we dealt with Kiefer.
Yeah. I'm not as much of a problem as I was, but I guess I'm still kind of a problem.
I'm going to pay 1 black using Path of Ancestry to cast Indulgent Aristocrat, and I will scry 1.
Don't leave it on top if you're going to shuffle.
Yeah, I am going to leave that on top. And I think at that point, I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Okay. Draw. Gonna -2 to Fairy. Look at the top 3 cards. 1 into my hand. Oh, that kind of hurts a bit. That hurts a bit. What do I want more? Oh, take that because I want to play it. Alright. Alright. Okay. So then we're gonna go. Gonna tap 3 and a 4. 4. And I'm gonna play this Panharmonicon.
Fancy.
That will trigger Displace a Kitten on cast. So I will flicker Coiling Oracle, which will trigger Panharmonicon, so it will trigger twice. So the first one is a Glasspool Mimic, which is not a land. The second one is a Mana Drain, which is also not a land. So I'll put that into my hand. 3, 6, 7.
Should have killed you first.
Okay. That's what they all say. Okay. Could have done with some lands, really. I will tap 3, and I'll cast Glasspool Mimic as a copy of Coiling Oracle. So that will trigger Panharmonicon twice. So, Teferi's Protection. And an Agent of Treachery.
No.
Oh, no.
He's maybe on the lowest life, but I feel like the threat meter is wild.
Yeah, it just.
It's worse that we know what he's drawing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got an
see it when
AOT, but he also has Mana Drain, so
Yeah.
it's going to be difficult.
2, 3. Okay. I am with that. I am going to move to my end step and move to clean up. I have 8 cards in hand, so I will dump this counterspell.
Yeah, who needs
needs a-
counterspell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would I even use that for? And then I will pass.
All right. I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw.
This is obviously a big brain play.
No, it's more just trying to work out. I've only got 3 cards in hand. They're not. I mean, they're not all incredibly large dragons. Think I'm going to tap 6 and grab a treasure for that.
I'll get counters.
You're welcome. I'm going to recast Jolene back online. And then Ed, what do you have in the way of blockers? You've got 3 creatures.
Yeah, 4 creatures, 3 creatures. Yeah.
A kitten and 2 Coiling Oracles. What's the PT?
1/1/1/1/2/2.
Nice.
And I have 5 open mana.
But I assume because I'm going to give you a very gentle love tap on a counter if I want to draw a card. I'm going to attack you with an Orang Frostfang, which is a 2/6 attack.
Okay. For full disclosure, I'm going to remove it.
Wow. I mean, that is obviously your. Well, I mean, I've declared attackers. I I really just want to draw a card.
Okay, well, I can't allow you to because I only have 12 life.
That is.
So, given it has Death Touch, perhaps attacking the man with 52 was more likely to get you through.
This is true. I always forget that it gives itself Death Touch.
So,
Don't live under the tyranny of Ed. The tyranny of
will
Rhino.
tap my Vivid Meadow for white, and I will path it around Frostfang before damage.
Yeah.
He's ramping you.
So that will exile it. Trigger Displace the Kitten. And I will... What am I going to flicker? This is the question. I'm going to flicker Coiling Oracle. And so... 2 triggers. First is a Smothering Tithe. The next is a Rampant Growth. Wow, where my lands at?
Masters tribal over here.
Where my lands at? Where my lands at? Okay.
Sad.
Right. Well, I didn't draw a card, and I have 4 treasures.
He ramped you though, right?
I mean, small blessings, yeah. I hadn't played a land in a few turns myself. I think I just have to pass.
Getting rid of that key. The tyranny of living under the threat of removal means you have to get the removal out of his hand, so, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I genuinely wasn't trying to bait removal. But Ed, you were quite right. I mean, I
probably would have
to remember that it was death touchy.
I probably would have taken the 2.
Mm-hmm.
I suspected you might do, Tim.
Yeah.
Top 3 for.
But maybe there's some threat assessments. Oh.
I don't know if it's going to do much right now because creatures.
It's a what? Oh, Bust Influence. Yeah.
UTB create a human. So yeah, whenever a creature I control dies, one loses a life and I gain life. Top 3 mana, I'll cast Murderous Rider from Adventure Time. Stack those like that. I will pay 1. Tap the trading post, sacrifice the human I just made. It gets exiled, so Bashing Remnants will not trigger. Sacrifice.
Yeah, okay, so he still dies though, right? Because he sacrificed it.
He gets sacrificed, but he doesn't die. Because he gets exiled.
Die means hitting the graveyard.
Yeah. But
it's not often relevant.
There's still a death trigger. There's still a death trigger.
No, there isn't.
No death trigger.
Die means hitting the graveyard. It's not often relevant, but if it's being exiled as a replacement, it doesn't hit the graveyard and therefore does not die.
Still gets sacrificed though.
Okay, but yeah. I still get it's exile it and put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire.
You get your yes.
I get this one, but
yeah,
not,
you get that.
Not the blade.
I will
trigger.
Get +1 counter on each creature.
Yep.
And it's very difficult to attack Thomas right now. The vigor.
The vigor that helps my things get bigger.
Indeed.
You could put that in a bottle. Probably sell it.
So I was going to attack, but I don't think there's much point right now. I think I'm just going to pass the turn.
I mean, you're going to get hit with your own big thing by Ed.
So I'm just
agent of Tretch.
I'm just deciding what could I fetch. vampire-wise. You know what? That'd be quite funny. I will pay 2 to activate Pyre of Heroes, sacrificing Indulgent Aristocrat. And going to punching. You do. I don't. This doesn't trigger because it's other people's stuff. I will
just shuffle your deck again.
I did, but it's fine because I left a land on top this time because I thought I might do this. So I will go and find me a vampire Hex Mage.
Oh, that's good.
Which I can sacrifice to remove all the counters from a target permanent.
Oh, that is fucking fantastic.
Do it to Teferi.
I mean, I could do it to Teferi, but I think that's not what I'm doing it for.
I don't think I'm the problem anymore, to be honest. Really.
I mean, it's just going to sit there just until that day when that might happen. If I can find the damn thing, come in.
That is utterly glorious.
I mean, Kiefer, he's got to sacrifice it, so everything else will get bigger.
Yeah. Oh, there we go, right at the bottom. Vampire Hex Mage. So it's a 2-1 strike, sacrifice Vampire Hex Mage, remove all counters from target permanent. And I'll shuffle up.
Oh, head popped out.
Ooh, Excel.
I'll be back. Don't know why.
The will.
I am back. Close your mouth, Kiefer.
Oh, it's very late.
You're enjoying this, you piece of
very
shit.
late. It's 20 to 9.
So
It
then,
is quite late. It is quite late. Has this been a long game?
I don't know.
No, I don't know
What time we
either.
started at.
It's longer than it looked like it might be,
yeah,
you know,
beginning.
a few minutes ago.
So I get my Twilight Prophet trigger. I reveal this. It's reanimate. So you each lose 1 life, and I gain 1 life. This goes to my hands, and then I'll draw a card. Okay, that's not super helpful right now. I really could do with some mana. What have I got in my graveyard? That would be good. That would also be okay. I am... Oh, it's from a graveyard. What have people got in their graveyards that's creaturey and good?
Well,
Well, most
nothing
creatures
creatures
have
been
been-
exiled.
I've got
I've got a-
Flicker Wisp, a Corsair Captain. That's it.
I've got a Zorn, which probably doesn't interest you, but Jolene's still out. But I've got a Wolfgar as well. So if you've got attack triggers.
No, I think that's fine. I'm going to reanimate mana value. Okay. So I'm going to reanimate
I think he can afford the life to.
Callous Blood Mage, which costs me 3 life. And when it enters the battlefield, I choose to lose a life and draw a card. Okay, that's a nice card. I will pay 2 for a Jet Medallion. So I'm finally ramping. Finally!
Very nice.
And due to my Jet Medallion, that's still not great. Is there enough different orders to do this in? No, I'll just do it anyway. So I'll pay 1 with the Path of Ancestry for a Malakir Blood Priest. So a Malakir Blood Priest enters the battlefield. Each opponent loses X life, and I gain X life, where X is the number of creatures in your party, which is 1 because I've got clerics. Because these warlocks do not count.
Do I have a response? So I lose 1 life. No, I'll let that go.
We all
Well,
lose 1 life, yeah.
You all lose 1 life, yes, to that. And I think at that point I will go to combat. Do I want to do anything in combat?
Make a treasure if you attack one of my opponents.
Tempting. I'm still slightly worried by the ginormous creatures of Kiefer. At least I've got plenty of blockers. So these are
Yeah, it's
some
not like
mixing
it's not got trample or anything. You can jump it pretty easy.
I've got some big boys now.
Green has no ways of giving things trample.
No.
So I'm pretty sure Ed's still got a crib swap in hand.
He's got a crib swap. He's got Deferred Protection. He's got a mana drain.
Drain, yeah. So I'm
Agent of Treachery.
yeah, no, it's the Agent of Treachery I'm kind of worried about.
All those cards are concerning now.
Yeah.
Plus, they're all like the full art fancy version, which makes it even scarier. He also has a Smothering Tide, actually, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I'm more thinking about responses. So if I swing for 10, he's definitely going to remove my creature.
But he's just going to Teferi's Protection.
Or Teferi's Protection, yes. But I think more likely to remove my creature in the first instance. So I am going to pass the turn at that point.
Okay. I will untap.
The best removal is the one you don't have to cast.
Yeah, those are the best removals. Right, I'll untap. Key. I'm going to try to draw a card. Okay. Okay. Well, let's kick things off with an Agent de Treachery. To pay for it.
No.
2, 3,
Don't like it.
4, 5, 6,
It's
7.
only the first time he's cast it this turn. I doubt it will be the last time we'll be seeing it.
Yeah.
7 Manias. There we go. And I would like to steal Twilight Prophet. Do you have any sack outlets, Tim?
Yes.
What have you got sack outlet?
I have a Pyre of Heroes right here.
So
You can only use it once.
I can only use it once per turn. Yeah.
Yeah, I just need a flyer. Tim, can I have one of your flyers, mate? We're making a deal here. I'm going to take one of them, but because I would like to have one of them and you not sacrifice it, I'm opening it up to you. Will you let me have one?
I mean, it feels like you're going to blink Agent of Treachery.
I won't take your other flyer. How about that?
Will you not take any of the rest of my stuff?
This turn. Given this is my win con, I cannot make a deal that involves me never taking
no.
this stuff.
I get that. I can do that. Okay, you can have the Twilight Prophet.
Fantastic. I don't wish to say I was being arrogant, but I did already make a token. And Thomas, I would like to take your vigor.
On account of the old pan harmonica, and you're getting the old double triggered
Yes.
abilities. Yeah, I don't think I have any way to
That's
stop
pretty
you from doing
filthy.
that. So there, you can have yourself this here vigor.
Thank you. I appreciate everyone's cooperation.
Cooperation.
The best kind of cooperation, Kiefer. The best kind.
Tim, if you try to take my Alpheomancer, you have my full permission to sacrifice Vampire Hexmage.
And Vampire Hexmage is just going to sit there waiting for the opportune moment.
I mean, it can be done at instant speed, so yeah.
Indeed.
I am going to tap this green and this for a white, and I am going to cast a Rampant Growth. On cast, that will trigger Displace a Kitten, so I will flicker Agent of Treachery.
Oh, that's just disgusting.
And I would like to take your Lightning Greaves, please, Kiefer.
They stay attached to my creature, right?
No,
Oh no, could you gain control of them? They're still attached.
I gain control of it. Yeah, but then I can attach it to something
I
else.
suppose you
No?
can unattach them if you want.
Yeah. So I would like to gain control of your Lightning Greaves.
Yeah.
And Thomas, I would like your Hellkite Tyrant, please.
Oh.
but that's my only flyer.
You see how this works? Look what we've allowed.
I mean, I'm the only one that attacked him in the last turn cycle.
I told him no one would enjoy this, but he did it anyway.
Then I will move to attach Lightning Greaves to my Displacer Kitten.
Yeah, I thought you might.
There we go. Look, we're all having fun.
Puss in Boots.
So then Rampant Growth
Puss in
will
Boots.
trigger. I'll get a basic land. I'll just get an island. There it is. Comes into play tapped. Shuffle my library.
I won't be needing this reminder on top of here anymore.
Do I get to ascend, or is it only on an ETB?
No, you now have the city's blessing.
My God, I feel so blessed as well.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Well, I feel much better now that I have some stuff, and that you don't have any stuff. It's funny
We
how
fell
that works.
victim to one of the classic blunders, which was assume a player is, having a bad game because they're at 10 life.
Yeah.
I'm going to uptick that. I'm going to untap an artifact and a land, and then I will tap down. I'll tap down one of your treasures, Thomas.
I'll tap and sack it in response.
Fair enough. I couldn't.
Oh, I get it.
No, Thomas, I can't tap down one of your treasures. Forget that.
Oh,
I'm tapping down your creature.
Oh, yeah, that's worse.
Oh God! Way to make a guy feel bad. And then
Listen, I tried to attack you for 2 last turn.
tap
It's,
4, and I will cast Smothering Tithe. On cast, I will trigger Displacer Kitten, and I will flicker Agent of Treachery. And Kiefer, I will take your Ophiomancer. I'll take 2 of your lands, Kiefer.
Oh.
Which ones do you want?
I would like you. There's no real good lands, are there? Deathcap Glade taps for black and green. I'll tell you what, Kiefer. I'll take your Soul Ring and your Deathcap Glade. That's what I'm going to take.
Alright, in response, I'll tap the death mark page.
Fair enough. I thought you might. Deathcap Glade. That's black green, right?
Yeah.
And I have another Soul Ring. Okay. And they're both tapped. Cool. I'll pass.
This doesn't
Alright.
feel good.
Mm-mm. Very
and
goofy.
Would you like to pay for that? Would you like to pay the 2?
yeah, no, I'm just. Technically, I should have done it. Said before I looked at what it was, but now that I've looked at what it was, I'm doing some maths.
I'll give you that.
I mean, you do get to look at it since when you draw a card, drawing it, it's already in
Yeah, you do get to look.
Really?
Yeah, you do get to look.
I won't pay.
Okay, I'll make a treasure.
Then I'm going to play my land for the turn. It's going to be a mountain. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3.
Just remember, if you can kill the thing,
5.
it's exiled.
You won't be able to kill it, it's going to heal. It's a fairy's protection.
I'm going to cast a Rain of Riches. When it enters the battlefield, it creates 2 treasure tokens, but I'm going to create 3 instead.
Well,
Okay. Rain of Riches says the first spell I cast each turn that mana from a treasure was spent to cast as Cascade. I'm going to crack 6 treasures, and I'm going to hope that my benevolent overlord allows me to cast Bootlegger's Stash.
How many
Let me look,
turns
if you let it-
sack?
6. Ed, if you let it resolve,
6 counters.
you can steal it with your Hellkite Tyrant next turn.
I mean,
So,
I'm definitely going to let that shit resolve. You can have that.
Fantastic.
I think you mean
So-
our bootlegger's stash, Tom.
Exactly. I'm going to replace that treasure with an English language edition, just so I know what treasure does. Cascade, trigger, so that's on cast. So this is still sort of there. And I'm going to exile it until I hit apparently a Talisman of Impulse. Yeah, that's not what I was hoping for. So in they come. I'm going to tap my last 2 lands to create 4 treasures. And then I have 1 card in hand. It is not a card that is going to win me many games. I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to attack Ed with Jolene. Attack trigger. Create 2 treasures.
I made a mistake, and it's not an optional trigger. I control 3 or more permanents that I don't own, so I need to draw 3 cards. Is that okay, or would you prefer I do not do that?
It's not optional.
I don't think it really matters. Just draw them.
Okay. It's not optional, otherwise I would not do it.
You're damn right. But you are now being attacked by a mere 2/2.
Okay. You know I have Vigored, right?
Oh, you've got my vigor. That's where it is.
Yes. I
Where did it go?
Yeah. Why do I keep doing this? I keep attacking Ed and forgetting. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't attack you. I'll put these treasures back.
You could always make a deal. I mean, Tim's got loads of life, and I am now a problem, so...
Yeah, but it doesn't actually gain me anything.
Oh.
Who wants to make Jolene?
I was just going to make Jolene like 7 and get you down to 3 and hope that somebody else could finish you off, but I can't. Right, I'm going to pass turn. I need some card draw. What happened to my Oran Frostfang?
Untap, draw. That's not be helpful. How many creatures are on people's rapiers?
2.
Anything that went there recently should have been exiled, but yeah. I've got 4.
So we know Ed has Fairy Protection. We know Ed has Mana Drain.
And Crib Swap.
Oh, Kiefer, did you pay for Smelling Time?
No, I will not.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good point. I can't even do what I was thinking of doing. Six, 7.
Need to power through all this stuff, Ed, somehow. It's not
I
going to
don't
be
think there's
easy.
a way, because we can't attack him because he's Vigor. If we try to target anything with him, he'll just drain it. And if I try
He's
to attack him,
cleverly
he'll just...
used all of our best weapons against us.
Yeah.
Also his own weapons.
Yeah, just weapons.
A lot of
I don't believe that Ed actually had a problem with his camera. He just didn't want to see us to see him laughing.
Yeah, maniacally.
Big grin on his face.
I am laughing, yes.
He hasn't even cast his commander.
I have not, no. It's a bit of a shame. And I know it's going to be Crimea River situation here, but Roon is kind of slow, and I'd have rather had a commander or some sort of commander background pairing that I would actually cast. But I made an Azorius version of this, and I'll be totally straight with you. I really wanted to play this Coiling Oracle, and that's the reason why it had to be Roon.
I really don't think I can do anything. I could have done something if I still had my extra mana, but that would have just
No way. No way.
faded out his Fairy Protection.
Is that true? My taking your Soul Ring and a land has ruined your plans?
Yes.
I think
Wow.
the trouble is, if it was just a mana drain, you could bait that out. The trouble is, Ed's got Teferi's Protection, so he can basically just say, look, whatever you do, I'm going to get to untap and have a turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's what's absolutely crushing, is that if Ed does not win on his turn,
Yeah.
he will
he
at
has
least
two
put it in a
flyers.
position where...
I think he's unlikely to win. I think it's going to be a long drawn out.
Well, yeah, but
Right,
I feel like he'd probably be able to take enough stuff that
Yeah.
the conclusion is.
I think that I feel confident I can present a loop that nobody is going to want to play through on my if I am able to untap.
You're definitely going to be untapping, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to have our first
If
trio of salty scooping on Dragon Melee.
Well, it's not really scooping because you just won't be able to play the game anymore. So
Oh, I'll force it. I'll say if it takes you 120, we're staying till midnight.
you piece of shit.
Yeah.
You built the
And then
deck.
Ed's like,
I told you this would happen.
You're going to play
no.
this out.
Yeah, Ed's like, I have to go to work. And it's like, well, are you conceding?
I'm holding priority. Ed.
Have you won yet, Ed? Have you won?
Yeah. Each turn is just, play a land, pass. Ed steals the land.
No. We just go Ed's turn. We go. I start this loop. We go. In response.
I hold priority.
I'm gonna filibuster. I'm gonna pay 1 mana. I'm gonna tap trading post, sacrificing an artifact, sacrifice this treasure. First of all, counter on each one of my dudes.
I'm sorry that I gave Ed a vigor. I feel like this would be easier without that.
You didn't give it to me.
I had to.
And I draw a card.
Are you going to pay for Smothering Tide?
No.
I'll make a treasure.
I will tap 4 mana. I literally have nothing, so I'm just going to play this for the sake of it. Play Marin's Plan Notes off. And
I mean, it is nice to see.
Point of me swinging because it'll just
Nah.
vigor will just get huge, right?
Yeah.
How many blockers do you have, Ed?
It has
1,
flies.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, he's got enough. If you could go wider, then I feel like making Ed stuff bigger doesn't matter. But if you can't go any wider, then there's
Yeah, I mean, I only have 5 creatures that can attack, so. And the damage would be prevented. And
Yes, the damage is prevented.
Even a Death Toucher wouldn't do anything.
I think what happens, if memory serves, is that it prevents the damage, but you only get only one counter would go on the death touching thing, or the thing that if you attacked with a death toucher,
But it wouldn't
Ed
kill
blocked, it would do one. It would do one. No, it wouldn't kill it.
Well,
Instead,
then, it's
it
relevant.
would get 1 +1 counter.
All right.
Nice and right up.
Turn.
Okay, so on the end of your turn, I'm going to pay 2 life and 2 mana to return Falcon Wrath Noble to my hands.
Massacre Girl isn't a vampire.
It's not. She's not a vampire. No, I don't think I can stop him even without Terrafari's protection. I've been having a good old think about what I can do. So I'll draw a card.
Yeah, that's the depressing thing. I couldn't kill Ed, even if he had nothing in his hand.
Are you paying for Smothering Tide?
I'm not paying for Smothering Tide.
I'll make a treasure.
Does that change anything? Maybe changes slightly how I do it. So I will pay for 3 actually because of Jet Medallion. I'll have the 3 Weird Sisters, which is a reskin of Henrika Dominatia. So when it enters at the beginning of combat on my phase, I'll choose a mode, not an enter the battlefield trigger.
What are the modes?
Either each player sacrifices a creature, or you draw a card and you lose a life, or transform her into an alternate form, which...
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And she is how much mana?
She's 4. Cost me 4.
4 mana.
A mana value is 4, it cost me 3 to cast.
I do like mana. I will let that happen.
Okay. That's nice to hear. So I'll go to combat. So
In response to moving to combat,
Yeah.
I am going to tap this Reflecting Pool for a blue, and I'm going to cast Essence Flux. Trigger Displace a Kitten.
Yeah.
So I'm going to choose a target. The target is going to be Coiling Oracle.
Yeah.
trigger Displacer Kitten, flicker Agent of Treachery with a Displacer Kitten. Because if I'm correct, if I target this Agent of Treachery and then flicker it, this fizzles. Because the target is a new object.
Yeah.
That's my thinking.
Yes.
So Agent of Treachery will re-enter off the Displacer Kitten, and I will target Henrika Domnathi. And I would like somebody's land. I would like your untapped swamp, please, Tim.
Okay, so in response, I'm going to tap these 2 swamps. Tap Pyre of Heroes and sacrifice Henrika Domnathi to Pyre of Heroes.
All those encounters.
Yes, you will.
Ed still gets your swamp.
So I get your swamp.
Get my swamp. Get my pile of shit.
And then
gone stuff.
Coiling Oracle will trigger, so I'll do the revealing thingy. It's a Priest of Ancient Law, and the second one is a Ristic Study.
And I'll go and find something for 5. And I'm just going to have a quick look to see whether this changes my thinking at all.
Remind me, Ed, you didn't say this isn't as good as or your typical Roon. You just said, I've never played it before, I don't know. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't tell you this is very like the other Roons.
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right. In which case, I would apologise.
No. So we know what we got ourselves in. We left you alive at 10. It was our fault.
I knew this was going to happen well before we even started playing this game.
That's true. You did do 19 damage or something.
I did send my deck list round, so you could have had a look.
I knew beforehand. We talked about this.
Malakir Bloodwitch.
I fully knew what you were going to be doing.
So when Malakir Bloodwitch enters the battlefield, each opponent loses life equal to the number of vampires you control, and I gain life equal to the life lost this way, and I control 5 vampires.
Oh.
Okay, this is going to surprise nobody. In response to the ETB, I'm going to sacrifice 2 treasures. Go to 5 or 3. Got 3 treasures. Tap my Sea of Clouds, and I'm going to Tef's Protection.
Yeah.
That always makes me think of Zoidberg from Futurama, the way he goes...
Trigger Displacer Kitten. And I will flicker Agent of Treachery, and I will steal...
So this is still on the stack.
That trigger is still on the stack, yes. It's entered the battlefield, but the trigger is still on the stack.
Okay, you're doing it in response to the...
Yeah, in response to the trigger. I will take some lands. I'll take your Path of Ancestry, and Thomas,
Yes.
I'll take your mountain, a mountain.
Why you?
It's obviously tapped, just in
Yeah,
case.
no, I figured it would be tapped.
So then Ed phases out. I drain Kiefer and Thomas for 5.
I've already gone from 24 to
each,
19.
and I'll gain 10. And yeah, I tried. I'll pass my turn.
All right. I will phase back in, and I will untap.
Feels like the end is near.
Yeah,
hope
it is. Yeah, it is. So, I'm just gonna do this quickly. Untap upkeep. Upkeep, reveal the top card. It's a Vivid Creek. Twilight Prophets. You lose no life. And I will draw my card for turn. Okay, put this on here. All right. So,
If you steal my Reign of Riches, then the first spell that you cast with Treasure will have Cascade.
we don't need to do that. So I am going to tap.
You know, Ed's close to the end when he starts using the Royal Wing.
I mean, he told us he was going to do a loop, so.
So I'm going to tap for 4. It's tapped off camera, but there it is tapped. And I'm going to cast Felidar Guardian.
Yeah, there we go.
So I get ETBs doubled with Panharmonicon. So the first one, I will flicker. I'll target Glasspool Mimic and Agent of Treachery. So then Agent of Treachery will re-enter. We'll deal with that in a second. Glasspool Mimic will re-enter as a copy of Felidar Guardian, which will then get another 2 triggers. So now I can do this now forever. Well, I can do this until I decide I want to stop. And so what I will do with this is I will flicker Agent of Treachery until I have all of your permanents. And then I will flicker Teferi. Then I will flicker to Fairy and uptick him constantly until I have 10 million life. And then from there, I will basically prevent you from playing any permanents using all the instants and sorceries in my in my hand to trigger Displace a Kitten whenever you do anything I don't like. And from there, I'll be able to beat you down and win the game.
My response is that
what's your
gif of
address?
Neil Patrick.
So I can send you my cards, Ed.
My response is just that gif of Neil Patrick Harris where he just shoots himself.
I am happy to continue playing if you wish.
No, let's send it there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have no
don't
opponents.
think
I think you can win with combat damage at that point.
I will eventually win.
Yeah,
with
you
No, I
have
think
a-
I
a
think you
very,
can
very
win with
hard
combat
game.
damage like pretty much this turn, if not. I mean, I guess you don't get the big summoning etc. things. But.
No.
GG,
I mean,
Ed.
it would happen.
I've learned a
eventually.
valuable lesson.
What was the lesson?
Don't
Yeah,
Always
but-
kill you first.
Don't play with it. That seems.
Never trust a flicker deck.